Hello everyone, my name is Nadjwa Ananta Ramadhani and I'm with my friend Oksania Difa Ilmada, and today we will talk about eco-criticism. Let us just begin with the most basic question first. What is eco-criticism? Eco-criticism is the study of the relationship between literature and the environment. According to literary scholar Cheryl Gottfeldt, eco-criticism is formally defined as the study of the relationship between literature and the physical environment. Another influential scholar, Lawrence Bull, expanded this view by arguing that in literary works, nature should be seen as an active presence rather than just a merely passive background or setting. So in short, they say that literature is not only about people, but also about nature. Eco-criticism asks us to think about how writers describe nature, how humans treat the environment, and how power is used in this relationship. This approach serves several important purposes. The first one is it helps us examine how nature and environment are represented in literary and cultural texts. Second, it encourages us to question anthropocentrism, which is human-centered thinking that places human above all other species. The third one is it promotes ecocentrism, a perspective that recognizes the intrinsic value of all living beings and ecosystem. Finally, it aims to use literary and cultural analysis as a tools for raising environmental awareness and inspiring action. There are three important ideas in eco-criticism. The first one is anthropocentrism. This is when humans see themselves as more important than other beings. We often see this when humans treat animals like tools or objects. That also happens with other living beings, like the plants, the tree, or something like that. The second is environmental exploitation. This is happen when humans use nature in harmful ways, like taking animals from their homes and doing experiments on them, or carry out large-scale logging in large forests. The third one is nature as resistance. This idea shows that nature can respond to human actions, and in stories, animals or natural forces might fight back and so show strength or take action. These 3 points help us understand the environmental message in the film. We use the film of The Rise of the Planet of the Apes as our example. This film can show ecological message. This movie shows how apes suffer because humans use them for experiment. The movie also shows nature resistance, like the apes rise up and fight for their freedom. This connects to eco-criticism because it shows power, environment, and human impact. Now, my friend Aksa will explain the application on the film.
Hello everyone. Now let's dive into the heart of our presentation. What if I told you that a Hollywood blockbuster about intelligent apes is actually one of the most powerful environmental stories ever told? Welcome to our deep dive into Rise of the Planet of the Apes through the lens of eco-criticism. Let's jump straight to the action. Remember the intense opening scenes in the jungle? That is our first concept, interconnectedness. Pane and his team find out something brilliant here. The director uses a bird's eye view shot, showing us the vast, beautiful jungle from above. Then we see humans setting traps and capturing chimpanzees. This is not just a cool camera angle, it is a powerful visual metaphor. It shows us, in one single shot, how human action tear apart the delicate balance of nature. Now, the second one is one of the most difficult scenes to watch. Caesar in the primate shelter. This is where we see environmental justice in action, or rather, a complete lack of it. Picture this: Caesar is trapped in a metal cage. A human officer walks up, calls him a stupid monkey, and strikes his cage with an electric rod. The screen flashes with light, and we see Caesar's pain and fear. Penance analysis hits hard here. This is not just cruelty, it is a perfect example of injustice. The apes are treated as property, as object of for human use. They have no freedom, no voice. This scenes makes us think, is this right? And now let's look at the quieter but equally powerful moment when Cesar meets the neighbor. This scene demonstrates our third concept, nature as text. Eco-criticism teaches us that nature is not just background scenery. It is a text full of meaning that we can read. In this scene, while Cesar faces rejection from the human world, notice what's in the background. Yes, lush green trees, a beautiful garden. This is not just accidental. The natural environment here acts as a silent character, reminding us of where Caesar truly belongs and highlighting the conflict between the artificial human world and the natural world he represents. And finally, the big picture, the binary opposition that drives the entire film. Penne's research clearly maps this out. On one side, the humans, they hold the power, they exploit, experiment, and control. And on the other side, apes, they experience mistreatment, captivity, and loss of freedom. But here's the crucial turn: they don't stay victim, they develop resistance, they fight back. This opposition is not just human versus ape, it is control versus freedom, exploitation versus autonomy. So, what does all of this mean when we put it together? So, this message is clear and powerful. Nature is not passive. When we push too far, it pushes back. The ape's rebellion is not just a cool action sequence, it is nature refusing to be controlled any longer. This aligns with what scholar Ramadan found in Avatar and what Create and Racing describes as nature's ultimate no to human domination. The ending says it all. When Caesar chooses the forest over the human world, when he says, I am home, he is making the most important statement in the film. He is reclaiming his rightful place in the natural world, free from human exploitation. So, next time you watch this film, remember, you're not just watching apes versus humans, you are watching a powerful story about ecological balance, about justice, and about what happens when we forget that we are part of nature, not its master. Thank you guys. Empat